This is Greg Gilbert, host of Python's Paradise. Your host, the Python Hyena, right out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. This is February the 8th, 2021. And folks, I think the last film that I contributed to online, I haven't done it since because, I'm not rich, but I am a co-producer on 13 Fanboy and Victim No More, and involved in other projects. And the last one I took part in that was bestowed on me by Noelle Berger uh, was The Dead End, which is a zombie film. And I thought, oh, you know what? It's got interesting people in it. I was going to contribute to this. And I've had a few names from this film on the show, and today I have the director himself, Robert Restro. How do you do, Robert?
How you doing, Greg? Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love the title "Z Dead End." Where'd you come up with that?
It's weird. So the whole thing with that was not to make a big long story, but me and my cousin were driving from actually another film we helped work on in Long Island, and on the way home it was late. It was like I think it was like at midnight or something, and the highway was like pretty empty and it was dark, and we were like just talking about different things, just shooting the shit over different movies. And we were like saying, "Hey, what about if like zombie stuff falling out of the sky right now and just like start hitting cars and and whatever?" And it so happens that we just passed a sign that said "dead end." So I said, "Oh wow, look at that! They're just calling Z dead end." That's
I never,
basically how that's basically how it happened.
I never thought of the zombie starting with Z Dead End either. You just kind of made that surface in my mind.
Yeah, so it's like it's the dead end. When you fall out of the sky, you hit the
Yep.
ground, it's the dead end. That's it.
Yeah, I like that Z
So
dead end. Okay, I get
yeah,
it.
so that's it sounds corny, but that's
I
basically how it
like
happened.
it. I
That's
like it.
basically how it
You
happened.
you
Yeah.
you you got something clever there. I like it. Um, Before we get into this in detail, give us a little bit of your background and how you come to arrive where you are now.
Well, I grew up in the Bronx, New York,
Mm-hmm.
uh, predominantly like Italian neighborhood in the Bronx, on Pelham Parkway in the Bronx. And a lot of the people in my neighborhood weren't really doing like stuff like what I was doing. They weren't into like horror films. They weren't, into like all that monsters and stuff like that. But what got me involved in liking that stuff was my grandfather because he was really into like the old Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, those films.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to watch them with him, so that's what got me into liking horror movies and things like that as a kid. Then later on, when I was a teenager, I started to like it was actually when after when I saw Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, and I saw the making of Thriller, how they did all the special effects, makeup, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Is when I was like, wow, I really dig this stuff. This is fun. It's like it'd be fun, So I started like being interested in that, and I wanted to learn how to do that. So and I was still like young, so I didn't go to school for it. But then I started like buying Halloween makeup stuff and trying to imitate all that stuff on my friends. So they thought I was weird, but so that's how it began. It started that way, and then as I got older, I started to like I wanted to be an actor and all that stuff. So I went to acting school, and then I went to the School of Visual Arts. And then I took some like special effects makeup courses, and I started like helping out other people on their films do special effects makeup. I'm not saying I'm great. I wasn't like, I wasn't, you know, Joe Castro type of stuff or anything like that, but I was doing okay. I wasn't really getting paid. I was getting paid like very little. They would give me like 20 bucks, 30 bucks to come work on their film and do some like blood effects and cuts and stuff like that. So that's how I got started. So I was interested in that. And then I think it was for Christmas. I asked my grandmother for a VHS recorder camera, and she was like, "What are you gonna do with that?" And I was like, "Well, I want to make some movies, some horror movies." So she was like, being that she was like an old Italian, they didn't understand that stuff. They thought it was, like kind of like a waste of time. It's better to like go get an education and go work and struggle like they work hard like they did. So I said, well, no, I want to get a job, but I just want to make movies with my friends. So she wound up getting me the camera, and we started. Man, I started making like these little like home movies with my friends, in my backyard. No editing, just straight shooting, and then play it back on your VHS player. So that's basically how I started. You know.
I before we get into the dead end in detail here, um, I was looking at your credits on IMDb, and you got a
Hmm.
few uncredited acting roles. I just want to throw out here, like Summer
Sure.
of Sam, I saw in the theater.
Yeah.
You play a protester. Talk about that experience.
Well, that was actually a fluke because they were filming that not too far away where I had my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And my neighbor goes, they're filming a movie down the block. And I said, oh, really? And I said, I'm going to walk down there. So I walked down there. I just standing on the sidelines, and I said I was talking to the makeup artist, and she was like, she had blood in a squirt bottle, and she was like squirting blood and stuff like that. And I was saying, oh, I'm an actor. I did some special effects stuff. I was talking my stuff, whatever. And then they were like, oh, we need like extra people to do protesting or whatever. And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, that'll be cool. So, I ran back, I ran home, I got my resume and my headshot, and I gave it to the production assistant, and they gave it to the first AD, and they just said, all right, come this day, whatever. And that's how I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
was like kind of luck. That was luck. That one.
I did like Summer of Sam.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah. Did you meet Mira Savino?
Yes, yes.
I
And
like
John
her.
Leguizamo. I met John Leguizamo.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, yeah. It was, and the crew. Everybody was really nice. It was fun. It was a fun experience. And
Yeah, but
I like to see that stuff because I used to like just being behind the scenes and watching and how it was all done.
yeah, but Mira Savino is Romy White.
Yeah, yeah,
I love her in that film.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and you
And
played.
the other films, then I started like just connecting with other people in the acting. Going on auditions and things like that. And they would usually tell me like, oh, they're looking for extras for this, or they're looking for extras for that, and everybody would exchange information. And that's how I got extra work on
Yeah,
some
you
of the
played
later
an
films.
uncredited cop in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
background, probably you won't even see me, probably cut out, but it was an experience.
Did you meet Kirsten Dunst?
I didn't meet her, no.
Oh.
The day I was there, she wasn't there.
Ah.
No.
Stuart Little 2, you're a baseball fan, uncredited.
Yes,
I
I'm
gotta be
credited.
frank, I did not like Stuart Little, but Stuart Little 2, I actually did like, which is strange.
Yeah, I might be honest with you, I really didn't really care for neither one of the films, but it was just fun to go work on it, you know?
Well, my big issue with Stuart Little is that all these people were talking to Stuart like he's normal. It's like, you know what?
Yeah,
This is a mouse wearing clothes.
yes.
I could not get past the fact that this didn't seem to come to a shock to them. Stuart Little 2, I thought was a lot more rounded. It was a lot more a much better put together film, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess they figured out all the little quirks and what worked from the first film, you
Hmm.
know, and they just enhanced it.
Yeah, and the taking of Pelham 123. I saw that.
Yes, Denzel
Yeah,
Washington. Yes.
yeah. Did you meet him?
I didn't meet him. No, I
No.
didn't meet him. No. When you're an extra, it's basically sometimes it's like for pickup shots, or they just need to fill in a certain scene, and they just put you in there, you know. Then I guess they do like the other shots later on and things like that. But it was
Well,
it was fun to do, you know.
I cameo in 9 James Balsamo movies, and
Oh yeah, I know
he,
James. Yeah, James, good
yep,
guy. Yeah,
I've had him on the show twice, and I guess you play the Fuzz in Balsamo Beach, which is
Sam
one of the
Beach. Yeah,
cameos, which is one of the cameos I do.
yeah, yeah. I played like a cop or something, and I actually filmed it myself, and I sent him the footage. I don't know if
Yep,
he used
same
it or not.
here.
Yeah.
I've never met him. I've told the story before. I come to know him through Genevieve Rossi, and
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm friends with her. Yes.
yeah, and
Hmm.
I know she had done a lot of films for James, and so I was like looking for the next story for my show. I reached out and I had James Balsamo on. He's been on
Right.
twice. I'm gonna plan to have him on again probably later on this year. But I work nights, so I remember it was 4 a.m. I was on my lunch break, and I got this email from James asking me to shoot my own death scene for Cool as Hell 2.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I called him because I knew he'd be
Yeah.
up. It would have been midnight his time,
Right.
and I asked him. I said, "What's the context of my death scene? Like,
Right.
explain this." And then I asked why, because I said to him, I said, "I'm not an actor. There's a reason I don't have a speaking role in 13 Fanboy is because I don't want to get reduced to a joke by
Right.
me. But he said he enjoyed doing my show. But here's the thing with James Balsamo movies, it don't matter how bad my performance is, it kind of goes with the tone of the film, and that's not
Right.
a shot at James. James is kind of like what I call the self-aware Tommy Wiseau. He's in on the joke,
Right.
he's
Right.
just having fun. And so I think probably the best experience, well, out of the 9, I've seen 3 of my cameos, 3 of the films I cameo in, and I haven't seen Balsamo Beach yet, but
Yeah, me neither. I haven't seen it yet.
but I have seen Cool as Hell 2. And of course, my death scene is very similar to the scene that Linnea Quigley did in it. So I thought, well, I got an idea just from watching her. It Wants Blood, I've watched. I've got 2 cameos in that, and I'm being
Oh, nice.
watched on a
Okay.
television by Eric Roberts, which was a pretty big seller in getting me in that.
Right.
And Catch of the Day 2, I cameo in that, and I got 6 others, including Balsamo Beach, that
Oh, cool.
yeah. So yeah, James is a pretty cool guy, and yeah, you play the fuzz on that.
And the fuzz, yeah. I don't. I didn't see the film, so I don't know if I'm in there or not, or if he used it, or
Well, if you sent it, I would imagine he did. So,
yeah. But I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure he probably used it.
did you meet James?
Never met him in person. No, just
Okay,
online. Just spoke to him. That was it.
same here.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he's good friends with Joe Castro. So
Yeah, I've had Joe
um,
Castro on, and he's somebody we'll be talking about here momentarily. Um, I know you did 3 Brain Hunter films. I'm going to backtrack to those momentarily. I want to talk about the Z Dead End here
yes.
in
Hmm.
detail here right now. I
Sure. Sure.
again, I love the title. I watched the trailer, and
The new teaser we put out.
oh, I haven't seen that. Okay,
Yeah,
when
we
did you
got a
put
new.
that out?
We put that out a week ago,
Okay,
actually.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, that
I
first
did not
trailer, the
know.
first trailer that you watched was is when we really first started like messing around, trying to film this movie. We weren't trying to film. I don't want to say we were making the movie, but we were filming to get the feel of the story and to see how it would look. And, playing. We were basically playing around uh, with it. So that trailer you saw on YouTube is just like stuff that we shot and on a weekend, and people came out. We had fun. Nobody got paid. We just like brought the camera, brought a
How
crew, and we just played around.
how much more do you have to shoot for Z Dead End?
We haven't shot anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Now the actual movie, yeah, with the cast we have now, we because of the COVID, we've been
Yeah.
pushing it off.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to find the right locations, and we were trying to build the right team. It was just me and my producer Steven Rears. He's been with me for the past year. It was me and him grinding and trying to get everything going. But along the way, we had people come on and it didn't work out, and we had to let we still went our separate ways. And so we were trying to find the right team to work with us. And now I feel like we have the right team. We have Joe Castro, we have Stephen Escobar, and we have Sherry Davis is also one of my producers.
Yeah, Joe Castro's a great guy. I've had him
Yeah,
on. He's done some work with James Balsamo, including the creature from It Wants
yeah,
Blood.
yes.
Um, yeah, I've had him on. Great guy, and if he's doing the zombie effects for you, then you're in good hands. I
Oh
do
yeah.
like that teaser. Well, the teaser that I saw. So I'm hoping to see more of that when you shoot the movie.
With the teaser that we put out, we had professionally done by a professional visual effects artist,
Uh-huh.
and to show just to show the concept and the quality that we're going to be putting out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the actual movie, but it's the concept of it.
Well, you, I got
I just
involved
I just
here.
sent you I just sent you to your messenger. I sent you the link to the teaser.
Perfect. I'll look at that when we're done our interview.
Yeah.
You got a great cast lined up here. I'm going to bring up some names. Now it says Roger Corman rumored. It's been that way for a while. Is he?
Yeah.
What's the story there?
Okay, with Roger Corman is a friend of one of my friends that are in the movie. He's good friends with
Oh,
him,
perfect.
and he's mentioned it to him about the film. He was interested um, about a year ago before the COVID hit. So I put it rumored because once the COVID hit, I was like, well, I don't know. Roger is like 90, I think maybe 94 years old now,
Oh,
and
wow.
he's been home, and he's very afraid of catching this virus, which I don't blame him.
I
And
don't blame him either.
yeah, so he's not coming out to film anything with anybody, but he might do a cameo, and he'll film himself, and we'll add him into film like that. You know, so that's probably how it's going to go down.
And you got George Lansonby, the one guy who played James Bond once. And I actually thought
Yes,
that on your Majesty's Secret Service, I thought was okay. George Lansonby never bothered me. He's not
right.
Sean Connery, but he never bothered me. You got him as a U.S. president. Talk about casting him.
Well, if you saw the first trailer on YouTube, the one you said you saw,
Uh huh.
George is in the beginning of that trailer.
Yep.
Yeah, he's standing there and he's looking up. He's like, "Oh, I'm out of here." I had lunch with him that day in LA down in Santa Monica. We had lunch
Uh
and
huh.
went to talk about the movie and everything, and it was really cool. We had a nice conversation. It was me and a few other people at the lunch, and George is just a great guy. He's down to earth. He's a very smart guy. Knows his stuff, and he's told me a lot of stories about that whole thing with the James Bond, and a nice long conversation. So that's how we got George in the movie. Yeah, George has been attached to this film for like 2 years now.
Good, good. I when I saw his name on this, I was like, they really got George Lansonby.
Yes,
And
I
again,
really
he
do.
gets a bad rap for James Bond, but again, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, I don't think it's a great Bond film, but I don't think it's a terrible one too. I mean, I find I can enjoy it. That's got a lot of great stuff in it,
Yeah,
and I like the fact he kind of plays a kind of like a winks at the camera when the situation where he says at the beginning of the film when he's rescuing the girl, he goes, so I'll paraphrase here. He says, "That never happens to the other guy," meaning that Sean
Yeah,
Connery always
James
got the
Conner.
girl and he
Yeah,
didn't. And I thought that was
right,
a really nice nod, the fact that
right.
Sean Connery got the girl, he doesn't. But I like the sense of humor. I don't mind George Lazenby. His Bond didn't bother me at all.
George has a big following. George, the James Bond community really loves George. George has got a lot of people that still follow him and like him, and uh, will go to any signing that he has and get an autograph from him.
I'll be frank, there's not really a James Bond I didn't like.
Right.
Um, I kind of like them all. I mean, there's various degrees, but I there's not any of them that I disliked, and that includes George. So I'm able to get lost in the movies. They're all pretty interchangeable to me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like them anyway. Although Ursula Andress and Doctor No to me is still the best Bond girl, regardless.
Right.
I don't think she's been
All
top.
the Bond movies. I think all the Bond movies are great. So
Yep, I'm even looking forward to the next one with Daniel Craig. So,
yeah, I think that's gonna
yeah.
be the last one he does. I think
Well, I think Skyfall was his best, and that's
Skyfall
because,
was good. Yeah.
yeah, that's because he got the director of American Beauty, Helman behind the camera on that one. So, um, yeah, but yeah, I like them. I've seen all the Pierce Bronson ones in the theater, and I like Pierce Bronson. I think Tomorrow Never Dies was his best one, but
Yes.
I enjoyed all of them regardless. And remember when GoldenEye came out, big lineup for that, and
Oh yes,
yeah,
that was a good one
I
too.
like them all. I like them all.
Yeah, me too. I like them all too.
Mom likes Roger Moore, and there's some people like Sean Connery. I'm I'm fine on any one of them I can watch.
George would have stayed as Bond. They wanted George to stay as Bond. They even offered him numerous amount of dollars to stay as Bond, and he didn't want it.
Why not?
If he would have took the deal, he would have been Bond and not Connery.
Well, Connery come back for Diamonds Are Forever, and then afterwards it was
Well,
handed off to Roger Moore, and I think Roger Moore did the most Bonds than anybody. He might did one more than Connery.
the reason why they got George was because Connery wanted a lot of money, and he was like basically holding him hostage. And they were like, the studio was like basically like, "Oh yeah, you think that we can't replace you?" And that's how they got George.
You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of a situation that happened on one of the Expendable movies where Stallone had approached Bruce Willis, and this is I don't know where I saw this. There was a lot of coverage on it, but
Hmm.
he and Arnold and Bruce had appeared in the first one, and then
Yeah.
he wanted to get them all on the next one, and I guess he had a really good deal worked out, and Bruce was I guess being problematic about it, and Stallone was like being level-headed about it, being pretty generous about it, but Bruce was being problematic, so he didn't cast Bruce. In fact, he did something I don't think Bruce was ready for. Replaced him with Harrison Ford.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
I
because it
mean,
wasn't a big enough role for Bruce Willis. It was like basically almost like a cameo, and I think Bruce had a problem with that.
I'm not sure if that was the whole thing about it, but I don't want to get into details on it. But I just thought it was funny that I don't know whether Bruce thought he couldn't be replaced, but not when there's Harrison Ford.
No, Harrison Ford's a good actor. Also, he's great.
Yeah. But looking over your cast here, George Lazenby, um, Felissa Rose, you got in this.
Yes,
She's
she's
been in some.
wonderful.
I've heard all great things about her,
She
and she's
is. Oh my
some.
God, she's such a sweetheart. She is. She is wonderful. She's a wonderful lady. Very
She's
helpful. Very, very. she's very friendly, and she's like willing. She's a team player, and that's why she's cast in a lot of films.
Yeah,
You know, she doesn't think that she's too big for anything, which is so nice. Like she is really down to earth.
she's somebody I eventually got to reach out to get on the show. I've come in contact with her through Sandy Johnson from Halloween.
Okay.
So I've had actually Sandy Johnson warned me about another project that she left where honesty was being tipped the wrong way, and
Oh, okay.
Sandy had warned me about it, and I ended up having to pull from the picture, and it had and I was put in contact through Sandy to Felissa Rose, who had a little more insight into that too,
Hmm.
about people uh, crowdfunding during the pandemic, and Felissa was not on part board with for that. But
No,
nope,
she wasn't. No.
nope. So I was very happy to be in touch with her, and I hope to eventually here soon get her on the show. But yeah, I've heard all great things about her from people that's met her at cons, and
Yeah, she's the lead in my movie.
well, you
She's the
know
main
what?
character.
I look forward to her being the lead in Z Dead End.
Yes, she's gonna be amazing. She's really gonna be good.
Yep. And looking down here, Brink Stevens.
Yeah, she's playing Felicia's mother in the movie.
What's this bomb?
Yeah.
She was just a little tiny thing in Sorority House Massacre.
I know, I know. It's gonna work out.
Hmm. And
Yeah, I think.
Deborah Lamb.
Yes. Deborah Lamb is playing Anastasia. She will be one of the bandits with Robert Lasardo and Robert Mukes.
Yeah, and just going through here, Genevieve Rossi playing Pitchfork Molly. I like that.
Yeah, she's gonna be a farm girl. Her name is Molly, and they call her Pitchfork Molly.
Yeah, Genevieve Rossi is she's been on the show a couple times. She's pretty crazy.
She's great. She's a wonderful person.
And I recognize the name April Love from other projects.
Yeah, she's gonna play a waitress in the movie, in
Hmm.
the diner scene.
And of course, Noelle Berger. I'm actually have
Yeah.
set to have Noelle on my show tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. She is wonderful. She's been a real big supporter of Z Dead End since the very first day we launched the first campaign. She's wonderful. I mean, and she signed up to be a zombie, and she signed up to be in one of my other films also.
Well, you
So
know what? She's in, with the exception of the James Balsamo film, she's involved in every project I've got my name on.
yes,
And of course, Jason Bradford, I remember him telling me that he's go play a news reporter in this, and
yes,
he's involved in 13 Fanboy.
yeah,
Yeah. So you got some good people
yeah.
involved in this movie.
We even have Vincent Ward from The Walking Dead. He's playing the sheriff.
You know what? I have not watched The Walking Dead since season 3. And there's a
Okay.
reason for that. They
I hear you. I could imagine what you're gonna say.
oh no, nothing against the show. It's
No,
just they
no,
killed
nothing against
off
the show.
they killed off Sarah Wayne Callies and who was the blonde girl? Oh gee.
Oh, she was a sister to Maggie,
Nope.
the one that guy was trapped in the hospital. She was with
Um
Daryl in a couple of scenes. The little blonde girl.
she's blonde. Lauren somebody. Not Lauren Cohen. Wait a minute. Um I'll find it here. Oh, Lori Holden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They killed them both off at the same. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I keep watching, they're gonna get rid of Maggie, and
Well, Maggie left for I think one season, I think, and then she came back.
yeah, she come back. She got to live because I quit watching.
Yeah,
I think she's
they have.
cute.
Well, they have new characters coming on now. This is a new season, so they're
A
going
lot
by
of
the comic book.
a lot of people hated the Sarah Wayne Callie's character because she was cheating on Grimes, but I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, but she thought he was dead. I mean,
Yeah,
she
but
thought
you
her
know
husband
what?
was dead.
I look at that beautiful long dark hair. I mean, I thought she was hot. That's just my opinion.
She's okay. She's okay. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
They,
so I'm sitting here thinking, they're gonna kill off two of the girls. I'm like, oh, I'm not here to see the zombies.
yeah,
Don't kill.
and then and the way she died was that her own son had to kill her, put her out of her misery.
Yeah,
So that was even worse.
yeah. So, oh well.
Yeah,
Then
it
they got
happens.
rid of Laurie Holden at the end of the season. So I just threw my hands up. I was like, if I keep watching, they're gonna get rid of Maggie, and I don't want them to do that.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get rid of Maggie anytime soon because she's in the new season. So
Yeah,
she's been with the show a long time. But it sucked that how they got rid of Herschel. They had chopped his head off. That was pretty brutal.
yeah,
I mean, the old guy to have to go out like that. He lost his leg, then he got his head chopped off. I mean, it's pretty
yep.
messed up.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you, Maggie give back to that guy.
Yeah, oh yeah,
she she made him pay.
the governor. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I did see that.
yeah.
Yeah, but none.
Walking Dead. I mean, I was really into. I'm still into The Walking Dead. I just like it because I like zombie stuff. So, um, I keep watching because I'm like, all right, maybe this season's gonna get a little more. New characters are gonna come in, and you know, uh, we're gonna see something different. You know.
You're not like me and watch the cute girls.
Oh, always. Oh, of course, of course. But Greg Nicotero, his makeup is awesome. The zombies are amazing. It's the stuff they do with these zombies.
Do you ever meet any of the Walking Dead cast outside the one that you brought into this?
Uh, no, I never. No, I never met any one of the cast. No.
No. Well, Z Dead End looks like it's going to be pretty great. Like I said, the first trailer really grabs your attention. It looks like something different. Why the zombies falling from the sky?
I can't reveal that
Oh,
right
you
now.
can't reveal that. Okay,
No,
okay. We'll
it
veer,
would give
we'll
too much away.
we'll veer away from that. It does
Yeah.
sound different. Do you have a favorite zombie film?
I really was into Land of the Dead.
Okay,
Yeah, Land
George
of the Dead.
Romero.
George Romero stuff. Yeah, Land of the Dead.
I've interviewed a couple people from Night of the Living Dead,
Night of the
including
Living Dead. Yep,
Judith
that's a very good
O'Day.
one. Mm-hmm.
I've and I really like Dawn of the Dead a lot. It was
Dawn of
very
the Dead is
epic.
good.
Yep, yep. So I was never a big zombie fan until, but I have a lot of respect for them. I'm not a big
Right.
huge gore fan, although I can definitely handle the Italian horror scene. But
Right.
Z Dead End looked like it was going to be something interesting, so I thought, well, I'm going
Z Dead End is going to be the next Sharknado.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I hope it's better made.
Well, we're not making. I'll tell you this: we don't want to make a, we don't want to just make a zombie film just to make a zombie film. We got a lot of different elements going into this film that takes time and preparation, and we got, like I said, Joe Castro is designing all original zombie looks, and we even have some alien zombies coming in.
Okay.
So we got all this weird uh, coming up with different kind of kills. It's a lot of stuff being planned out that takes time. And I've been working with Joe Castro for the past year, designing all the stuff that we're going to do, and he's coming up with original, different stuff. So it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really cool.
Well, I noticed that you've done a couple of Brain Hunter movies. I'm going to assume that those are not movies about the last U.S. president.
No, no. Brain Hunter is kind of like a cross between Jason Voorhees and Leatherface. So all he does is hunt for human brains, and that's how he survives.
I am noticing something here, though. I do not see, and well, just a minute, because I wanted to ask about somebody,
Sure.
and gotta bring this up because I know you got Brain Hunter New Breed as well.
Yes, that will be
Okay, what?
after this movie.
Okay, I need to ask because I notice this about the Dead End. What's the story with Tamara Glenn?
As far as what?
Well, she was supposed to be in the Dead End, and I thought she was in the Brain Hunter movies.
Yes. Uh, I'd rather not talk about it at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather not talk about it. But I love Tamara Glenn. She's great.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
she's
just
great.
noticed because when I signed on for the Dead End early on, her name was on the credits, and
Yeah.
the project that Sandy Johnson pulled away from, that Sandy warned me about, originally had Felissa and Tamara in, and
Right.
when they weren't appearing in the and there were people buying perks for this film to have dinner with these actresses, and there was at the time I didn't see any listing of them leaving the project, and I won't say what this project was, but
Right.
I don't want to shit on anybody's parade, but but nonetheless they were both involved, because I noticed that Felissa and Tamara are involved in a lot of projects. I'm kind of noticing Tamara is not so much anymore. We don't have to get into that, but
Hmm.
it is nice to see Felissa still involved. So
Oh, Felissa's coming on as co-executive producer on Z Dead End.
is she going to do the sleepaway camp face?
We might do a montage to that. Yeah, we talked about that. We started laughing, but we might do something. I mean, yeah, we might do something.
Yeah, she's not ever going to escape that.
No, that's her calling card. That's her. That's it. That's what she's known for.
But I do notice, though, looking at, let me see, I'm on Internet Movie Database with Brain Hunter New Breed. Okay.
Yes,
You got Tom Sizemore.
yes. Tom Sizemore. He's great.
Yeah, I think of him and I'm thinking Natural Born Killers, Strange Days,
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Heat, the movie Heat with Al Pacino was in that, and Robert De Niro.
How cool is it that you guys are able to get him in projects like this?
Tom's great. I spoke to him on the phone a few times. He's a great guy. He likes the script. He's happy to be in the movie. He's like, I'm in. He's like, let me know when I'm there.
Perfect. Felissa Rose playing a deputy in this. I'm glad you got her back.
Yes. Yep.
Deborah Lamb again. Nice.
Yes.
Gina Vivarossi is a nightclub owner.
Yeah.
It's great to work with easy people, so that's
Yeah. I mean,
that's a plus.
Gina Navarasi, she's a friend of mine, and she's worked on couple of things with me already. Came on and just to shoot and have fun. And I don't forget when people come out and do you favors.
Uh-huh.
I don't forget those things.
Genevieve Rossi's a hoot.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
Oh, you got Noelle Berger in this as an FBI agent? That's obviously
Yeah,
not typecasting.
yeah, she's an FBI agent.
Oh, you gotta love Noelle.
Yeah, she's great.
So I gotta go back to Brain Hunter here. I'm looking at your IMDb here, so
Right.
going back to Brain Hunter, because that you did, according to this, 2013. Wow.
That was the first one. That movie was made for like $12,000. That's like a really low budget B movie. But nobody famous in that. But we shot that. Took us 2 years to film that movie,
Okay.
and did it on weekends, late nights, hot, cold nights. It was just. But I submitted it to the festivals and it won 14 awards.
Oh, that's a plus.
So I mean, it's a low budget B movie. I mean, I did everything basically myself. I filmed it. I did the special effects. You know, I edited it. I did everything. So it's like it is what it is.
The only name I'm seeing
Some people like it.
highlighted, the only name I'm seeing highlighted here is Sandra Fernandez.
Hey, yeah, she's a friend of
Okay.
mine. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah. So we're gonna do Brain Hunter. Brain Hunter was gonna be Brain Hunter 2, but I don't want to put the two. So I'm gonna do Brain Hunter.
Yeah. Your audio cut out. Okay, we're back recording. Yeah, your audio cut out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Brain Hunter. We were gonna do Brain Hunter 2, but we're gonna call it Brain Hunter New Breed instead of Brain Hunter 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why not call Brain Hunter 2 New Breed?
I wanted to take the two out because I want to try to reboot it as far as like make it like its own movie in a way.
Oh,
Even
okay.
though it's kind of like a sequel, but it's not. It's gonna take on a new life because in
Okay.
the first film, the Brain Hunter impregnates a girl, and she's the only one that escapes and survives. And the first Brain Hunter, he dies in an explosion. So basically, she winds up disappearing and gives birth to this new breed. So he's basically half human, half creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got according to Internet Movie Database, you're listed as, let me see, you're listed as a producer, you're listed as an actor, director, writer, cinematographer, casting department, editor.
Yeah.
Is there any of those that you like more than the other?
I like writing and directing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a great editor.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Yeah, you get.
I'm sorry, I keep getting phone calls. Um, uh, I'm not a great editor. I basically taught myself how to edit,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I can edit if I needed to, but I'm not a great editor.
Okay. Well, you know what? It takes. Well, James Balsamo does pretty much sticks his hands in all of it.
Yeah, but I'm on ZDN. We have a professional editor and visual effects artist. So you'll see the guy that did the teaser trailer for us.
Would you say that The Dead End's the best thing you've done so far?
It's gonna be the best thing I've ever done. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know what? It takes a lot. I've never made a movie before, So I couldn't begin to say the amount of work that goes into it, but my hat goes off to those that painstake it. Um, but I was happy to contribute to this, and it looks like it's going to be a fun project. And
It is. It is.
yeah,
It'll be really fun. It's going to be different. We're going to have a lot of different cool stuff in this film. Um, I know Joe is excited about this movie.
hmm
Um, even his partner Joe Escobar is Steven Escobar. I'm sorry. Is also excited. He came on as executive producer, and he's also post production supervisor on this film. So uh,
absolutely.
yeah, so Joe and Steven and their company came on as back in this film. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, when do you think you're going to get to start shooting?
We're trying to work out to start in June, July.
Okay.
So as soon as we lock down our locations, that's what we're working on right now. We'll be hopefully we'll be starting then.
Now the bigger name actors that you've got for this, are they close by, or is that a situation where you're going to have to wait till COVID's up?
Um, I'm hoping by then the COVID's going to slow down a little bit. I mean, with all the vaccines they're giving out, I'm
hmm
hoping.
Oh, I'm hoping so too.
I mean, we're going to have everybody's going to get tested, and we're going to have a safe set. Believe me, we're not going to. We're going to have a COVID compliance person on set, and I got to pull SAG contract, so SAG is very strict about um, the COVID compliance thing. So
Yeah,
everything's going
I
to be done. Everything's going to be done right.
I'd like this whole COVID thing to just take a hike.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, like I'm
Oh
glad I'm
Jesus.
able to do this, but
Right.
I'd like to be able to travel again. Have you ever done the conventions, like ever gone to them?
Well, for years I've done them for years.
You see,
Chiller conventions, Fangora conventions, Bostapalooza.
I just started going to them in 2017. Um, that was my third year doing this podcast.
Right.
And I had Lisa Langlois from class of 1984 on my show for a second time, and we got talking about travel, and she asked me what stops me from traveling, and I got going in about 9/11 in the planes and the fact I get homesick, and
Hmm.
then she invited me to assist her at Horrorama in Toronto, and I couldn't say no.
They're fun.
My first con, and I was assisting her at her table, and she and
Oh,
I are
cool.
still friends to this day.
Nice.
I love that movie, and I've gone every year since. And I took Porter Airlines, which is a smaller airline, and I loved it. I had so much fun.
Hmm.
And I've done 3 Horror-ramas, 1 Toronto Comic Con. Love
Right.
Horror-rama the best because it's a smaller con. They got maybe a dozen guests, so
Right.
it's you get lots of people, but it's not so many that you can't have your time with the guest,
Right.
which is really nice. So
Oh,
love that
they're
event.
fun. They're fun. Conventions, horror conventions, and stuff, they're fun to go to. Get to meet
Yeah.
people, and you see people that you know. You bump into them, and it's just it's just fun to do.
So talk about some of the people you've met at the conventions. What was your first autograph? Who was the first person you approached for an autograph?
Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder,
Yeah, and I was I was in '94.
94. You know what?
Chiller convention.
My favorite Jason is Ted White, and he's been
Oh,
on the
okay.
show. He's been on the show here twice, and I got a nice signed hockey mask from him.
Oh, nice, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, I thought he was the scariest Jason in the final chapter. But I've heard great things about Kane.
Kane's awesome. Kane's
Yeah.
awesome. I
Who
wanted him.
else?
I wanted him originally to be Brain Hunter. Uh, that's like Well, it's not. He's not easy to get, but I mean, it would be awesome if he was to be the brain hunter. Right. I
Yeah.
mean, right now we casted Robert Mukes to be the brain hunter.
Uh-huh.
Um, but Robert Mukes is great too. He's a really big guy. He's like, I think he's like 6'7" or something like that. He's really tall.
Who else have you met at the cons that made a big impression on you?
Uh,
And I'm talking about people that you weren't sure how they were going to react, and they made a bigger impression than expected. And just what were your big convention memories with guests besides Kane?
um, Lou Ferrigno. I used to, every time, every year I would go to. I think for like the past, let's see, in the late '90s, he was doing the Chiller convention, and every year he would be at the Chiller convention, and I just got to like, he got to like recognize me after a while. I just would be standing there talking with him, and just like
Hmm.
just BSing, you know.
Okay,
And he signed a poster for me, a book. He gave me his book, one of his books, and it just became like that. So Lou Ferrigno was like one of the ones that really stood out to me. Um, really nice guy, really nice.
cool. Anybody else?
Who else? William Forsythe, great
Okay.
guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, great guy, William Forsythe. Um, Elvira,
Oh, you met Cassandra
yeah,
Peterson.
Cassandra Peterson. She's so sweet.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of different horror people. Felissa Rose.
Of
I
course,
mean,
yeah.
back then, Felissa Rose, and and then just meeting her, and then now she's going to be in my movie is just like so real. It's like wow.
Yeah.
This, I mean, I even told her that I'm like, not in a million years I would think that you would be in one of my movies. So yeah, she was like, oh, no, it's so cool. She goes, thank you. She's so sweet.
So what have you gotten people to sign?
Uh, Bela Lugosi Jr., Bela Lugosi's son.
I've had him on the show. I've had him
I've,
on the show.
I've, I've gotten to know him throughout the years through somebody that was friends with him.
Hmm.
And I actually was invited to the Madame Tussauds revealing in New York City of Lugosi's wax figure and Boris Karloff's wax figure. And
Hmm.
we had lunch with them and everything. It was really fun. And Bela Lugosi Jr. signed like basically everything I have of his dad's. So I
Cool.
have his signature on everything. And the last time I saw him was 2018 at Monster Palooza,
Hmm.
and he had a table, and he recognized me. He says, "Come in, come behind the table." And I sat with him, and we were talking, and he was just telling me that he wasn't feeling too well, or whatever. He's getting older,
Hmm.
and but he was like so happy to see me.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so he's if you want to say he's the one that stands out like the most because I've gotten to like know him,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I had him on in tribute to Bela Lugosi.
right.
Yep, and yeah, he was a great guy to talk to, and I love the fact that like I've had Sarah Karloff on as well. You
Yeah,
get
she's
these
wonderful too.
you get these ones that keep the legacy alive for uh, these performers because of course
Right.
they're not with us anymore. You know,
No,
it's
no.
just like with this podcast. I often do tribute interviews when people have passed. I've had Alfred Hitchcock's granddaughter on the show. Audrey Hepburn's eldest son has been on, and I do that as a way to make these people still part of my show, since obviously I can't reach them personally, and it's a lot of fun hearing those accounts. Yep. You
It
really
is.
get you really get a real personal view on what
Mm-hmm.
these people were like, and it certainly beats the tabloids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So what's your project coming up after Z Dead End? You got anything lined up in mind?
Well, hopefully we jump. I'm going to jump on Brain Hunter New Breed after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, that pans out. I don't know how involved I will be. I am on board for Z Dead End, and
Okay.
you know, um, I love the title, and like I said, you really got to credit Noelle Berger for introducing me to this film, because she was the one that introduced me to it, and
Oh, cool. Yeah, she's wonderful. She pushes. She's really great. Like with the film community, she pushes everybody's projects, which is nice.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
her back on
yeah, she's
tonight,
wonderful.
so we'll probably be talking more Z Dead End.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, we got the new shirts came out and everything. Uh we have like the rotted dead end sign shirts that just came out. So
you go send one to Felissa.
I sent her a shirt. Yeah.
It does it have uh, uh, Zombie Angela?
Zombie Angela.
She can still make that face.
I know. I know. That's a good idea actually. But uh, do a Z dead end shirt with Zombie Angela.
Zombie Angela.
That's what's funny. She'll probably get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say though, you looking at the cast on this, George Lazenby, Felissa Rose, Brink Stevens, Deborah Lamb, etc. How do you approach these people for your projects?
We've just made phone calls to them, basically send them messages.
Mm-hmm.
My producer Steven's the one actually reached out to a lot of these people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we pitched them. Basically told them about the movie and sent them the script, and they read it, they like it, and they're on board.
Okay. Not like James Balsamo, who goes to these events and
Oh,
he, James goes to the conventions and he gets them to cameo right there. I love it.
oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
So
we just signed up Dave Sheridan.
okay.
Yeah, he just came on.
What about Kane Hodder? You get Kane Hodder yet?
Kane Hodder, he's not that easy to get, but
Now, why isn't he easy to get?
he's uh, you gotta have enough money to get him.
Tell him to lower his price.
I don't know about that. He'll choke you out.
all you
He'll
have to
choke,
do
he'll
is
choke you out.
all you have to do is stick Lar Park Lincoln on him, and he'll lower his price.
Uh, well, right now for a brain hunter, we got Robert Mukes.
Okay.
He was in the House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie's movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's been in like Rob Zombie stuff. So and he's a big dude. He's like 6'7", 300 and something pounds. He's a big guy.
See, that's all you have to do with Kane Hodder. Say you got this guy, and say he's bigger than you are.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Right now, we got him, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you know what? Those Rob Zombie films of House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects,
Yep.
great stuff. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. So you're in good hands there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have a great cast. We have a
Although,
great.
one last question before we wrap up, though,
Yeah.
what's it like watching Joe Castro at work?
I've actually never been on set to
Oh,
see
you
him
okay?
work, but I know his work is awesome. I know his work is great. It's
Okay.
he does amazing stuff.
I've seen some of his
So
work, definitely. Actually, I've got here. What is I called him one night. I got Exorcism at uh, is it 60,000 feet?
oh yeah, yes.
Yep, I've got that here, and he did work on that. And I called him one night and chatted with him when his interview went up on public. So yeah, so I'm gonna have definitely have him back when the
Joe's a
time
great guy,
comes.
very talented guy. He knows his stuff. So um, like I said, the stuff that he's creating for this film is amazing.
Well, tell everybody. Of course, this is recorded, but still, everybody where they can reach you. Social media, web pages.
You can reach us at Z We have a Facebook page. Um, you can reach us on IMDb. You can reach us on my page, Robert Restro. Uh, we don't have a website yet. We're going to build a website, but yeah, you could basically reach us on like Instagram and you know stuff like that.
You got any charities you want to plug on here?
Not at the moment, but we are looking into
Okay. Okay. Maybe you could start a charity to get Kane hotter.
that. Yeah, you don't want to get on his bad side. So
Why? I mean, according to Jason Goes to Hell, he's nothing but a great big pussy.
I wouldn't say that.
He said it himself. It came out of
Who
his
said
mouth.
who said that?
Did you ever see Jason Goes to Hell?
Yes.
Yeah, well, remember when he plays the security guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does he say? Then they talk about
I
Jason.
know,
He
but
says,
that's a line in the movie. But in real life, I would never say that to him. That's an acting role.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you know.
No, I don't think
Well,
that.
Lar Park Lincoln said she can get him to do anything, so I just hide behind
But he's
her.
good. He's friends with Felissa Rose also. So
You see,
yeah.
you could hide behind Felissa. They're tougher than Kane. Come on.
Well, Felissa's going to be kicking some zombie ass in this movie, so uh, she's going to be doing a lot of action scenes in this film.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, so
we
she's going
that
to be. We're going to have her running around doing a lot of stuff.
you know what you should do? You should have her sing. Of course, Pamela Springsteen did it in Sleepaway Camp 2, but Felissa Rose sing the campfire song.
Oh man,
We're a happy camper.
we'll have her in the sheriff's department singing the song inside the in the office. That song.
Oh, she'll make a
Yeah,
great
so,
sheriff.
yeah, she's gonna look kick ass too. We have a nice uniform for her and everything. It's gonna be she's gonna stand out.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you got her in it. You know, it shows that the project has got promise when you got names like this, and you've got a lot of good names in this movie, so
Yeah,
that helps a lot.
it does.
Anything?
And we
Yeah.
have we have we have an Asian girl, Hazan. Her name is Hazan. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to say her name wrong. Let me look it up here. I do not want to mispronounce her name. Um,
Yeah.
her name is Hazan,
Okay.
and she's amazing. She's amazing with the swords. I mean, she's legit. She does all this acrobatical stuff, and she's really amazing with the swords. So she is going to be doing some really kick-ass stuff in this film, chopping zombies up.
She's gonna go kill Bill on the zombies.
She's going to be chopping Ginsu chopping zombies up left and right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Is Brink Stevens gonna kill any zombies?
Brink Steven, no, she is going to actually get killed by a zombie.
Oh.
Yeah, poor Brink, but she already knows about it. But yeah, she's going to play Felissa's mother in the movie. So there's going to be a little sad scene in the movie, heartfelt scene in there. So
What about Deborah Lamb? Did she kill any zombies?
Deborah Lamb kills some zombies, but she's also going to get killed.
Well,
So
Genevieve Rossi has to live. She's got a pitchfork.
we'll see. Everybody can't live. So, we got to have only a few people that could, ride the storm. But it's going to be, we have two strippers in the movie that kick ass too.
Yeah.
So
What
we
is
got
one
some
of them
hot looking,
James?
yeah. No, Angie Stevens is one, and Eva Hamilton is the other one.
Oh, I got.
Kara and Mindy. They play Kara and Mindy.
I see Angie Stevenson. Who'd you say the other one was?
Eva Hamilton.
Eva Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah.
And they placed. Now I'm assuming there's nudity. How
There'll be brief nudity. It's not gonna be.
how do you broach that?
You just tell them what the scene is, and if they're good with it, they'll sign the contract.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm assuming if Genevieve Rossi plays Pitchfork Molly, I'm assuming there's going to be a pitchfork meeting zombies in this movie somewhere.
She'll be stabbing some zombies with pitchfork, definitely.
Well, I know there's a great picture of her out there with a chainsaw as well. Not
Oh
from this
yeah,
film,
yeah,
but
yes, 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 yes.
well, she sounds like I'm pretty sure she's pretty down with any of this. So
We got
she
John Fiore also. John Fiore was in the Sopranos and Law and Order.
okay.
He's playing the general
Mm-hmm.
in the movie. So we got John Fiore is great too.
So you guys are gonna go right all out war on the zombies. I imagine you're gonna find different ways to kill them too, because that's pretty much why people watch zombie movies. Is different ways to kill zombies.
Well, I can tell you this though, we have a whole fighter pilot sequence in this movie where the zombies are hitting fighter jets, and we're actually building a fighter pilot cockpit, and we're gonna have
Okay,
it's gonna be in front of a green screen, and we're gonna have the actors inside the cockpit, and we're gonna have actual zombies hitting it. So we're gonna film. It'll be a little bit of real stuff and CG.
perfect, perfect.
So that's gonna be a really cool sequence in the movie.
Well, you know what? I look forward to seeing this film when it's done. I hope that you get out and shoot it this year. You think it'll be released this year or next year?
Uh, we're hoping, if everything goes well, we're hoping to have it out by the end of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can. If not,
Knock
it'll
on
probably be
wood.
knock on wood. But if not, next year we'll release it. Yeah,
Okay. Is
we
it?
got to go in post. We got to go into post. So I don't want to rush it
You think
because the
it's?
visual effects are going to take time to do.
Are you going to send it to the places where Brain Hunter got awards?
We'll probably enter it in some festivals, probably the bigger festivals.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that'd be great. That'd be great.
this movie's going to be a bigger quality movie. We also got a great DP. We got Jan Michael Lasada. He's also was the DP on Victor Crowley,
Okay.
and he was the DP for Don't Kill This with Dolph Lundgren.
Okay.
So he's a really good DP.
Perfect.
Worked
Perfect.
with Felissa, so she already knows who he is, and she's like, "Oh, he's great," because she was in Victor Crowley.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, it sounds to me like you got a good crew surrounding you, you know?
yeah, so it took time to build a team, but we got a good team.
Absolutely. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to plug on here before we close off?
Uh, no, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Well, you
Go to we have the Indiegogo campaign going right now. So if you go on to Indiegogo, Z.N, and
know. Hmm.
grab yourself a perk, grab a shirt, grab a credit. I'd love to have you on a part of the film.
Well, I'm happy to be part of it, and yeah, special thanks to Noelle Berger was the one that brought me on board on this one. So yours was
Yes,
the last. Yeah,
thank you to her. She's great.
yeah, yours was the last film I took part in. Everybody's going after me for these, and I'm like, I'm sorry, folks, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
So
It's hard times right now.
it
I
is.
understand.
But but you got me, and your film looked well. The trailer that I saw, the first one looked
Check out
great.
the new teaser. Tell me what you think of that.
I will. I'm going to check out that new teaser, and
Yeah,
I look forward. This looks very promising. So yeah, I think this is going to be a worthwhile one. So I've had Felissa's been in a Balsamo film or two that I've been involved with. So it's nice to have another credit with her.
yeah.
Yep.
She's been really busy through this whole COVID, which is great.
Well, I'm gonna reach out and see if I get her on the show because she came highly recommended by Sandy Johnson. Sandy
Oh, okay.
Johnson's somebody you might want to reach out to at some point too, because she's super friendly.
Okay.
She was Judith Myers in Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she is lovely, and I got her scheduled to come on here again as well. So
Awesome. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Just a heads up, there's for another friendly, no drama person. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Got you.
yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Well,
Alrighty.
well, it was great to have you on here
Oh,
today,
thank you
a-
so much for having me.
and we look
This was fun.
forward to Z Dead End.
Yes. Yeah. Stay tuned because this is going to be something really different. Let me tell you.
Well, we look forward to it. It looks promising, and yeah, you got me curious as to why they're coming out of the sky. But
Yeah, you're
yeah,
gonna have to watch the movie to see that.
well, you know what? I look forward to it. Like I said, that little teaser, that first one looked great. So as soon as we're off here, I'm gonna look at the second one, and
Yeah,
yeah,
this teaser that I sent you, this is the quality that we're gonna be shooting at. So you'll see. Um,
perfect.
yeah, the first one was, we're just playing around with stuff.
Well, you know what? I'll put it right up on Facebook. I'll right when I announce I've had you on today.
Awesome. Thank you
So
so much.
no problem. You have yourself a wonderful day.
You
God
too.
bless, and you
Same to
keep
you.
yourself safe.
You too as well.
Keep yourself
And
safe from COVID and from zombies.
yes, well, the first thing is the COVID, right? We gotta watch out for that.
And then Felissa Rose will take care of the zombies.
Oh yeah, she'll take care of the zombies. She'll kick their ass.
There you go.
All
Well,
right.
well, thank you so much for being my guest today. And
Thank you for having me. It was a
yep,
pleasure.
no problem, no problem at all. And I hope you don't get buried in snow there, because you had mentioned before we started recording you got a lot of
Yeah, we
snow.
have a
So
lot of snow. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I was
you
shoveling all day yesterday. I was just wiped out from shoveling.
you guys can have it if you want
Yeah.
more. We
Yeah, we don't want no more. Believe me, we can keep
got.
it.
I
I'm about to
hate
move to Florida.
I hate winter driving. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Uh, no,
fun.
no. I used to like snow. I don't like snow too much anymore.
And no, it was fun when you were young, when school cancellations happened.
Exactly. It was
When
fun.
you're
No, it was fun when you didn't have to shovel. When your father was shoveling. But you have to shovel now. It's like you don't want
yeah.
to do it.
Oh, it's hard on the
Yeah,
back.
it's nice when somebody else shovels the snow, but
There you go.
yeah.
Well, I
But
bid you
that's
a
it.
good day.
You too, sir, and thank you again. It was fun.
No problem. You take care. God
All right.
bless. And
Same to
we
you.
celebrate Z Dead End.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.